Hello and welcome, my name is Mr. QB. Today's episode we take a look at something rather interesting, an elevator that utilizes water. If you're into contraptions that are fun, slightly gimmicky, and just enjoy them for their innovation factor, then you may want to get your hands on one of these. Here's a quick example of how the water elevator works. Right now, I've based myself in a floating house, but this generally works nicely somewhere up high that doesn't necessarily have to be floating. As I make my way through my rather small house, I enter a room that I've devoted to the purpose of the water elevator, accompanied by a glass floor to see where we'll be landing down all the way on the ground. Here on the wall is a button along with some other nonsense, but when the button is pressed, after standing on the lowered area in the floor, we will be automatically sent downwards on a descending slab of water. Now, I'm not sure about you, but opposed to normally going down stairs or ladders, there's something rather badass about casually standing on floating water that's descending down through thin air just so you can get from A to B. But that may just be me. Clearly, this is a one-way elevator, however, it is worth mentioning that this machine is quite simple, very compact, and easy to create, not to mention the things we can customize it with, which we'll cover a bit at the end of the video once we've built one for ourselves. For now, without any further ado, let's get building. We're going to start with the machine itself. Once you've found a place where you're happy to begin with, you're firstly going to build a 2x7 platform. This will be connected to your floor, so I've chosen oak wood planks for mine. At the back end of the platform, exactly in the middle, I destroy one block and replace it with one underneath. I then begin to build up the back end of the wall like so. Make sure you leave the gaps in the wall where I have to make room for the redstone later on. That's our core structure complete. Now it's time to lay down the foundations for our redstone. I'll be using lime wool for this step. Watch closely as I place in each block one by one. And now it's time to construct the redstone mechanism. Starts with one dispenser facing towards the floor in this gap here. Next, place in these 3 repeaters, making sure you face them the same way as I do. We want to make sure each of these repeaters are set to full delay, clicking each 3 times. Place in 2 more repeaters facing the opposite direction. Make sure you click this second repeater once, and place in 1 piece of redstone beside it. Now place in each of these 4 sticky pistons, facing them the same way as I have. Follow up by placing in 3 observers like so. Make sure they too are facing the same way. Almost done. Place in a button 3 blocks away from the dispenser like so. I recommend placing a slime block directly beneath the water's path at the bottom. It's relatively important you do, but we'll talk more about that in a moment, so make sure you stick around for that. To make the machine operatable, place in a single bucket of water into the dispenser. Give your machine a test to make sure yours is working as intended. Your elevator is now finished, but not entirely. There are a couple things I'd like to go over with you to ensure your experience with the machine is as stress-free as possible. Firstly, now is a good time to build around the demo platform we've made. I've left it open so it's customizable so you can build onto it with ease. Once you've got that all sorted, it's well worth mentioning that there is a very rare chance that the user may fall through the descending water as it's traveling down to its destination. Of the 30 odd times I've used this machine, it's only happened to me once. I'm not sure if it has anything to do with net latency or just a minor machine glitch, but there are some precautions you can take that may be worth looking into if you're using this in survival. If you haven't guessed already, this is why we can place a slime block at the bottom in case by some chance we do end up falling through, we land on the slime block, suppressing our fall. Now, there is an even smaller chance we may just miss the slime block, so if you're extra paranoid about it, you can whip out a few more slime blocks or just use a small pool of water, but that may come across as a little counterintuitive to the nature of this machine. A much more stylized method would be using a direct funnel. This way the user won't have to worry at all and can happily descend with peace of mind. Plus it looks pretty sweet. But please keep in mind, this is all precautionary measures if you really want to be extra safe. It's all up to you how you wish to arrive in style and bring home them diamonds. Wait, wouldn't you want to be going up then? Hats off to my builder bro, Kjip Gamer, for the awesome design of this neat little contraption. If you're interested in any other cool little redstone machines, or even house tutorials or movies, my channel may be worth your visit. I tend to try mix up my content quite a bit to keep things new and interesting. I am currently in the process of working on another short film right after finishing one, taking months as always, but all in good faith and fun. So I welcome any new visitors with open arms, and to all of you, I wish you well, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye!